and today I've brought you a new product, and that is the Xiaomi Mi Home Security 360 degrees 1080p. Yeah, it's a long name, but it's short, smart CCTV camera, and it does record in 1080p, so that's a good thing. Now, this is one of the best device I have found at very good price point, and we'll come at the pricing at the end of the video. But nonetheless, this is what is I call a perfect smart device for anybody who's looking into the budget range. Now let's start off with the features that this cam provides. Now the camera, it does have dual motors in it, so the head can be rotated horizontally and vertically. Now this thing can be rotated 360 degrees horizontally and vertically up to somewhat 96 degrees, so due to some limitation of the cutouts and of course for the base, so it can't go very down. Now the camera, as I stated earlier, it can record at 1080p, and it does also support the true color low light technology. Now this thing means that if the device is placed in somewhat dark place, or if the sun is setting down, instead of the image directly flips to the infrared camera, black and white, it will still retain the true color form, so you can see the image or the video vividly. And once it's really dark, of course, it will switch over to the infrared camera. Now there's another feature which is really good, the infrared camera. Now for most of the time, people use these for two scenarios. One is for, of course, for security reasons. Mostly things happens at night. Now that's where the infrared camera comes in. And second of all, looking at your kid or pet, this also can be in the daytime or even at the night time if your kid's sleeping in the other room. Now earlier I mentioned about this being a smart CCTV cam. Now because it is smart, it does have its own AI to detect the motion or the person, the movement. Now in order to get that alert, you need to install the Mi Home app available in Play Store on your phone and link this device. You need to configure this device before using it. Nonetheless, once configured, you will get the notification, the alert, if some movement is detected. Now this device can be also in sync with the Google Assistant and Alexa, but I don't have these devices, so I don't know how they will be working. Will it be really functional or not? Or would the Alexa or Google Assistant inform you that they have detected a movement? Now the final thing I would like to mention about its smartness, also it does have a feature that you can share this cam, you can say the IP to any other accounts, Mi accounts, and may it be your spouse or friend, they can too watch the camera and can see it everything. Now this cam also supports the NAS, network attached storage, which is definitely you can have the hard disk connected to your router, and whatever this detects the movements, all the videos and images will be stored in that hard disk via router. Now it also has a micro SD support as well, and it's really interesting that it's tucked in at the bottom, so nobody, of course an intruder, if he has knowledge about this device, would know that to lift this head can reveal the micro SD card slot. But nonetheless, if this is connected to Wi-Fi, it would have been already notified the user itself that there is an intruder. So now the camera is also can operate in -10 degrees to 50 degrees centigrade, and it's really not operable in the very cold regions, I think Canada. And the quality of this camera is quite really good, hard plastic, and I can feel it, it's really good. Now accessories, it does come with a wall mount support, so you can place it on a wall, but also can be hung by ceiling. So I would rather suggest that be it on a table rather than on a wall, because there is also one disadvantage to this camera, and that will come at the later part, the cons section. So keep watching, we'll come at that part as well. Now speaking of the camera, the CCTV camera itself, we haven't talked about the how much angle of view do you have. So this is an ultra wide camera. It does have a wide angle lens up to 110 degrees. So when you place it in a corner of the room, you can basically view everything in your room, because the corner is 90 degree and you're viewing more than that. So it's quite good to place this in the corner. You will not have even issues if you place in the center, but just saying, with placed in the corner, you will be also seeing walls on the left and then the right. Now the last thing I would like to point is also a very important point. The feature that it also gives is it does support two-way communication. Now this camera has in the front a mic that is located at the bottom of the camera, so the user who is using the phone looking, they can hear whatever your kids or dogs are like. You can hear them, right? And at the back side, if you see, are some grills. Those are for the speakers, so you can speak to them, they can hear you. That's the point. So these are the amazing features that this camera offers. Now let's talk about what comes in the box. Now within the box, you will get the camera itself, you will have the micro USB cable, you will have the wall mount accessories, and finally some user manuals. Now before we move on to the last section is the cons area, the zone where we find this camera to be lacking in. I would like to just inform you, if you have watched up till this much of the video, it would be amazing if you do press on the subscribe button, which is really helpful. And at the end of the video, if you found it really helpful, the information, and you're going to purchase this device, please do leave a like. Now moving on to the cons section. Now before I start the cons, the points I'll start to mention, this camera is pretty good in the budget range, the pricing, so don't expect that these cons which I'll be mentioning, it should be there. Well, at this price there will be definitely some disadvantages. So let's move forward. I have 9 points to mention about this. Now the first point is the speakers themselves are not that loud. Now of course you will hear the assistant while you're the guide helping you to connect this device to your phone is pretty loud, but once you're speaking through the phone, you can see the kid couldn't hear you clearer in the speakers. Number two, that this device needs continuous Wi-Fi connection. Now this is the issue where when there is no internet connection, you cannot control this device. Even though if there is no internet and the device is connected by Wi-Fi, and your device, your cell phone is also connected by Wi-Fi, you cannot control this camera. You need internet connection to connect your phone to this camera. Now it does not come with the Bluetooth or something else that you can connect it, so this is a bummer. At least it is connected to the Wi-Fi. It would be nice to have the phone controlling this device. Now the third point I would like to mention is that once the movement is detected and you have the micro SD card in that camera, it does record you these videos. Now the issue is you cannot access these videos by your cell phone, even though when your phone is connected to Wi-Fi and is also gained access to this camera by Mi Home app. Now you need to remove the micro SD from the camera. If it's mounted on the wall or ceiling, it's quite a problem, but you need to remove it, access it by your PC or mobile, then only you can save those videos. Now the fourth point is I would like to note is the cable provided to power this device is micro USB. Now of course the times have come to type C, everything is type C, but this device retains a micro USB port, so you'll be carrying an extra cable if your rest of the device is type C support. Now the fifth thing I would like to mention also is, since you're powering this with the micro USB cable, you might need a power outlet near to this device where you're gonna place them, or have a long cable to power this device, or have the power bank to power this device. Three things, you have three options, but it does not come with built-in battery, so this device needs always power. Well, that also concludes with wall mount, ceiling mount, and that caused an issue because usually I don't see any power outlet at those high end points. Now the sixth point I would like to mention is the micro SD card support that this device offers is maximum up to 64 GB. Now it's still quite a lot, but sometimes you need to store it and don't want it to be gone. So 64 GB is the maximum support. It would be good if there was 128 GB. Nonetheless, you get what you get for this price. Then the seventh point is the storage. Once the movement is detected, person is detected, stored in this micro SD card, it does store for a couple of days and then the camera deletes it itself. I wish there was an option in the Mi Home app either not to delete them at all and just give a warning that the memory is getting full, or we can set a time, maybe a month, then it can delete. But no, there is no such options. So the videos will be deleted maybe, I think, in 5 days or a week's time. Now the eighth point I would like to mention is the reset button is quite easy to just click it and the rest everything is gone. So if anybody knows how to reset it, button is there, the back side, the whole connection is gone, and the person or the intruder can take it for himself and connect it. I wish there was some locking mechanism, through software or something, so no one can access this device. But once reset, anybody else with other Mi account can access this device and configure it for themselves. And the last point, ninth, is that this device can only be connected through 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. It does not support 5 gigahertz connection. So if anybody wants to connect to faster Wi-Fi, no, it does not. And finally, for the pricing of this device will cost you about 30 to 35 bucks. Black Friday offer, which I got it for 20 bucks, quite cheap, and it got me some time to test it out and tell you guys this device is really awesome. Well, this is it for the Mi Smart CCTV camera, 360 1080p, very long name. If you do enjoy this video, give a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more contents, more features. And if you do want to know, once you purchase this device, how to connect this device to your phone, step-by-step guide, please do let me know. I'll make a separate video. Comment below so that I know. And see you guys in the next video.